Helga, you spoke of the need for discussions, for negotiations. Why in God's name would Russia sit down with the United States at this point for anything? For anything? We're liars, we're cheaters, we can't be trusted. Will we use Europe as an interlocutor? France and Germany can no longer be trusted. Nobody can be trusted. The United Nations Security Council can't be trusted because Minsk was brought to the Security Council, was given a seal of approval by the Security Council, and that means nothing. Who are the Russians going to talk to? Who do the Russians want to talk to? Who are the Russians willing to put their national security on the table and say, here, we're willing to trust you and give up X, Y, and Z that guarantee our future security in exchange for what? Treaties mean nothing to the West. They mean nothing to the United States. They mean nothing to the Security Council of the United Nations. The only way we get out of this, and this is a very sad statement on my part, there will be no negotiated settlement. Helga, I wish you the best of luck with the Vatican. I really do. And I hope you prove me wrong. I want you to prove me wrong. I want you to come up with an adequate negotiating form that actually works. But I'm here to tell you right now, Russia will never, ever, ever negotiate with anyone about Ukraine. The only negotiation is going to be similar to that which occurred in Tokyo Bay in September of 1945, when the defeated Japanese were brought on board the USS Missouri, and we told them to sign the paper or die. And Russia's going to end up sitting down across the table from some iteration of a Ukrainian government and tell them sign the document or die. And a defeated NATO will be sitting in the shadows, no longer having Marder vehicles, Leopard vehicles, Bradley vehicles or anything, because all of those will be destroyed on the field of battle by a superior Russian force that is singularly focused on one thing and one thing only, and that is defending the national security of Russia. Now, here's the danger, because we have people like Jan Stoltenberg and people like various American politicians and government officials who have said this is a conflict between NATO and Russia. And they've defined it as an existential conflict. Well, the only side that has an existential stake is Russia. Russia will never allow itself to lose. NATO will lose. The question is, will NATO lose gracefully? We bring up, Dylan Thomas's poem. Is NATO willing to go gently into the good night? Or is NATO going to rage against the dying of the light? And that's the choice. And unfortunately, that's where we come down to. If NATO opts to rage against the dying of the light, ladies and gentlemen, it's been a pleasure knowing you. 2023 will be the last year that we're all alive on this planet.